Hello, breakfast and Body Slams fans, and you're on the Body Slams podcast show. As you see, we are not in the studio. This is our first. I'm not gonna say if it's our first. We did breakfast and Body Slams before from home. Uh, but yeah, if you remember, we separated ourselves from the in studio stuff because we need to do what we need to do for our show, what's best for it. So the man sitting next to me, as you all know from our Thursday night slam edition, Mr.
Tony Reyes, leader of the new school,
leader
school.
leader of the old school. I was gonna say that. I knew you were gonna go new school. I had to say old school.
I was new school, now I'm old school.
Before you know it, will be classic school, vintage.
Classic, vintage. I ain't never heard of him, but that's normal.
Your grandkids, when they do a podcast, they're gonna be like, yeah, our grandpa T Reyes, he's from the Jurassic old school. I can't talk shit. I already got 4 grandkids, so I'm sure when the rest come around, yeah, it's really gonna be old school. But you know what? Let me bring in the rest of our team here. First and foremost, he is the better Bernard, the Saint Bernard. He is Mikey.
Hey, what's up, everyone?
What's up, Mikey?
What's up,
How's it
fellas?
going?
What up? What up?
Yeah, all right. Had my coffee, so now I'm ready to go.
Right there with you. Got my coffee. He got his energy drink, and we're just trying to do our thing right now. If you notice our breakfast and body slams background, it's not the traditional like we have Thursday night slam where it's all nice and glitz and glamour, how pretty it looks. I got to work on the graphic for this one because like I said at the top, if people remember, we were always in studio, so I really didn't need the background too much. So it is what it is.
They'll still love this show.
And we're waiting for our other analysts to get ready. We will bring them in the room, but I just want to let you know that our buddy Austin cannot make it today for this edition because he got roped into some other kind of breakfast, and we cannot touch it. It's breakfast with Mama. So yeah, she trumps us. So we're out in left field. We have nothing to say. As I'm right now, I'm gonna I'm sure T's probably gonna go to our Body Slams podcast page and try to share it out to everyone that he can as we're sitting here. I'm sure, well, Mikey, we know you can't right now because you're on your phone. And
Right.
I think we see our buddy in the room. He looks like he's getting ready. I'm gonna bring him in just for the hell of it. Even though he's still setting up, it looks like our man, Dennis Reaper.
Hey.
What up? What up?
Now, Dennis, Austin can't be here today. We invited Patrick, and he's having some problems of his own trying to get into the room. I can't help him right now because we are live on air. So tech support has to be on pretty much standby at the moment. So
This is pretty easy to do.
Yeah. So
I'm not getting that yet.
I'm getting who has something turned up. I'm getting
No, it was me listening to what Pat was saying. I'm trying to help him get on the show. So
yeah. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is our Crown Jewel show. We will not be talking about any other wrestling event except for Crown Jewel. We might talk about stuff that led up to it in the weeks, and plus we just saw Friday night and the rest of this week here to happen. She's looking over our format there. What's the lineup for the current lineup for Crown Jewel. We don't know if there's going to be more added, any surprises whatsoever. It is what it is. It's what we got. But let me get down to the nitty gritty of plug-in our Devereaux podcasting. Oh, and we got a special guest taking the place of Austin Hamill, Nina.
Yo.
Let me
I-
find this.
I see she ain't sporting her Yankee stuff. Thank God.
I
Thank
love
God.
it.
Yeah, really. My goodness, like you
But-
don't want to do that.
Speaking of sports, like I said, our podcast teams, tune into Devereaux Sports on all social media as far as Facebook, Twitch, and YouTube. You can check them out. Mondays with the Sullivan Squad at 6 p.m. Tuesdays, the Old School Show at 6:30. Wednesdays, the Combat Misfits at 6 p.m. Thursday night Slam at 9:05 for the rest of this month of October. Then starting November 4th, we'll be going bi-weekly. That's right. So you can tune in and just listen to our what happened. Guess what? It's going to be a shorter show than what we do now for Thursday Night Slam. It's just going to be straight interview, and then that's it. We're going to save our wrestling talk for the Breakfast and Body Slam show. But jumping off Thursdays, Fridays are open, and the Scrapple Boys are usually on Saturdays at 9 a.m., but currently they are on hiatus until their return. You can probably go back and check out their previous shows if you missed out on the Scrapple Boys. So like I said, you can go back to any Devereaux one that you probably seen and liked and you want to hear again with any of the teams. And Sundays, we got Pat on with the Gobbler Inc. The Combat Misfits again, but at 10 a.m. and follow them. Breakfast and Body Slams starting November 7th at 11 a.m. So right now, this is going to be the last Breakfast and Body Slams you see until November 7th, until we start. And I believe Dennis will be kicking that off, I believe, for that week. I don't have my notes with me of who's up first, because it's going to be every other week. It's going to be either me or Dennis hosting the show.
When's our first weekend again? November what?
7th.
That'll probably be me, but I'll probably be doing it from RWF.
That's fine. I will control everything if I have to. I'll still be here. I'll be in the room, but I'll be in the control room. So if I have to jump in, I will. But that's going to be your go ahead. So it'll be me and you bi-weekly with whoever is on the show with us. And people, don't forget about our pop-up pipe bombs. Impromptu podcasting on location in the field, anytime, anywhere with anyone. As you've seen recently, we did a bunch of different kind of pop-ups where we were in Hamburg. I was here at the house. Dennis was on location at the AEW event. He was on location at ACPW. So yeah, we're trying to branch out our mobile stream and stuff like that of how to get information out there to you people. And on a final shout out, our podcast affiliates. Do you want to do this?
Actually, what happened to our Latin correspondent right there, Mikey? Do you remember your line?
Oh yeah, Mikey. Okay,
Oh, none. I'm gonna be like Randy Orton. What's my line? What's my line?
Wait, you gotta you gotta be like Miz back in the day. You gotta write it down on tape on your wrist.
Yeah.
And do it live on TV. And do it live on TV and how people bury you. But okay. You want to hit off with our podcast?
Conversión de lucha libre. Conversión de lucha libre.
You got okay. I'm gonna have to help these guys out. Okay. Well, I don't have our third guy in this, but Anthony, Andy, and Brian, I forgot to type it in here. Guys from the Tornado Tag Podcast, Thursday nights at 7 p.m. the guys at the 2300 Wrestling Podcast, Dave Keener and DB Richards, and also the guys from all the way from Puerto Rico, Conversación de Lucha Libre.
Lucha Libre.
Yeah, Lucha Libre. Exactly. Daniel Mercado and Emmanuel Barrios. And you can check out all three of them. You can Google them on all platforms, Spotify, iTunes, you name it, they're out there. You can listen, learn, and in another language, because we don't speak it here. Well, he does. He does. I'm sorry. I'm not bilingual. I just look it.
So I don't think Pat's making it.
I don't think Pat's making
major
it.
issues, and it's like,
hey, it's okay.
I've been telling him what to do. All you got to do is click on the link. The link takes you to the website, and then you have to click the three dots at the top, and you have to open it up in your cell phone browser.
Pat,
Or
it's okay.
when
Pat,
you click on it, I was gonna say, or when you click on the link where it says click here if you have Chrome browser, click there. It'll bring you to the studio where it shows your name and then say enter studio. Ta-da!
We all know Pat is a technology handicap, so we're not gonna hold that against him. So anyway, our topic of the day is the Crown Jewel pay-per-view. There's people that are hype about it. There are people that are controversial about it just because of the location and what's been done throughout the other Crown Jewel events over there. But let's get down to the meat and potatoes of this event. And when I say meat and potatoes, I'm talking about the big guys just beating the hell out of each other, which out of all the matches, everyone is probably most looking forward to Brock Lesnar facing Roman Reigns. Now,
I don't know if I trust Paul Heyman if I'm Roman.
Okay, can you?
I mean, I could see Roman still going over, but I don't know if I trust him.
Can you elaborate on the situation more, Mikey, please?
Because, okay, yes, Paul Heyman took to the camera like Roman wanted him to. He did his promo and he even said before getting on the camera, "Oh, if I were to tell him what the plan was, I mean, wouldn't that be stupid? I'm not a stupid guy," which I think is vice versa. Like, you're the idiot for trusting me. So I'm getting this vibe like, maybe, yeah, he did tell him, but what else did he tell Brock that Roman doesn't know about? Well,
True. And
this is Paul Heyman. Really? You're gonna trust Paul Heyman?
And Paul has that history with Brock throughout the years. So
exactly.
Yeah. So, T, what's your thoughts
on Paul?
In general, yeah.
In general,
like the whole situation between Roman with the bloodline at his backside, Heyman right in the middle between Brock and Roman, and then is he gonna align himself back with Brock?
No, I don't see it. Because if they're gonna do the other feud between the head of the table feud, if they go that route, I don't see it. Unless they put the strap on Brock right away, then that's the whole different story. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it also depends on what the Saudi people want. That's the true bookers of the night when it comes to that match. So
yeah, you figure they want all these legendary superstars larger than life. Apparently they couldn't get Yokozuna because he was already passed away and stuff, and no, because seriously, they just didn't even know that he was dead. they start naming off all these other legendary big wrestlers that they couldn't get. So hey, Vince was probably like, hey, we can get you Goldberg out there.
That's how they got Bill and Undertaker to come out of retirement, and Kane and Shawn, all for that.
I don't even want to talk about that match. That match there was a total debacle.
Hey, but for 10 mil, they don't care.
Yeah, the money talks. Dennis
exactly.
or Nina, what is your insight on the whole situation with Brock, Roman, and the wise man, as he calls himself, Paul Heyman? Nina, don't think too long. You came on the show for a reason.
I know, right?
All right, so don't be a wallflower.
Let me just hardcore let you down right out the gate here. I'm a little split down the middle about how I feel about this match, to be completely honest with you. Roman tends to rub me the wrong way anyways. Brock exceedingly so. Paul Heyman and his involvement, it's really hard for me to like actually take a direction on what to think about this, because I would honestly be shocked if they gave Lesnar the win at all, without any interference from Paul Heyman, if that wording makes any sense here.
Now, I like we all have some insights and stuff. Through history, we know Paul Heyman has the gift of gab.
Mm-hmm.
He has that lawyer type of vocabulary when he's telling you what you want to hear. He's caressing you. He's babying you. He's making you feel so good about yourself that you're going to fall for anything. Now, question, is it going to be the same thing with Roman? You know, who knows? Who can tell? But what is your pick for Crown Jewel? Will Roman retain the championship, or will Brock walk away, whether it be clean win or hook or crook? Maybe Heyman turns on him. Who is your pick to walk out champion?
Shit, I don't know what you think. You didn't put in any 2 cents.
Now, question.
There's a reason why.
Are you gonna?
Shit.
Oh,
now, okay. I would ask you for 2 answers in that. One, from a worker's viewpoint of how you think things are going to go down, of who you think is going to walk away. But as a fan, as a general wrestling fan, who would you pick?
Dang. Okay.
Briefcase number 12.
As a
deal
fan,
or no deal?
As a fan, here's the thing. I'm already not that much of a Brock Lesnar fan, if I'm being honest here. But I guess most of the fans, if he's being presented as like the babyface, want to see Brock go over. Want to see Brock go over if he's the face in this scenario. But then I guess for the shock finish, it would probably like Roman goes over or Brock goes heel and Paul Heyman helps him or something, you know.
Well, right now you got a little help in the chat room. William Lynn is telling you to pick Roman.
I saw those coming up. I didn't see the comments coming up there. Pick Roman. You know what? Just to stick with my whole, I really only like villains, and that's about it. Sure, I'll give Roman the go-ahead. I'll give Roman the vote. Why not?
You're so evil. I don't know how Dennis can deal with you. Dennis?
Look, I get it. I sleep on the couch every night, you know. Because she takes up the whole bed, so I just come and cuddle with all the stuffed animals that she owns.
I mean, duh.
So there's that. But no, look, as I'm eating pizza, you're eating
breakfast. Sausage,
breakfast.
egg, and cheese. Breakfast and BodySlams. Sausage, egg, and cheese sandwich.
I'm eating pizza and breakfast.
Hey, that's fine.
Okay. So here, before I even go into what I think for matches, first off, I think Crown Jewel's a joke of a show. That's just my personal and professional opinion. I think it's a shit show, especially after what they did on SmackDown. Now I really don't care about the pay-per-view on how they just treated the women for Roman Reigns.
Yeah, I didn't like that at all either.
But if I have to pick, it's not going to be Lesnar. Lesnar's passing the torch. He's done. If this is his, I think his going out the door. If he does win, that's your shock factor, and it won't be because of Paul. It'll be because of somebody else. Because it's too honestly, it's written right there in the book that everything's Paul a help. Mm-hmm. So you're not gonna go with the obvious win.
I'm gonna I kind of agree with what you're saying, but I actually want to hear the input of Mikey and T before I have my pick. So Mikey,
I'm picking Roman Reigns to go over still.
Okay.
Even though it's gonna be hook or crook. There's no way it's gonna be clean. Heyman's gonna have involvement. The Usos are gonna have involvement. Oh, and another thing, we were talking about if anybody's gonna. I think everybody's actually going over. I don't think anybody's gonna say, "Oh no, I'm not going over to Saudi." I think we actually have the full cast this time.
No, there's a lot of guys that literally. So, just from people that I heard from inside the company, okay. Everybody was asked who was all going. There's people that literally told Vince no. That's why
I did not know that.
That's why the card's the way it is. I don't blame him. I'm sorry. If I worked for Vince, I would not be going there either. Just wouldn't do it. It's not worth it.
All right. T?
See, there's two ways. I'm with everybody. I say Roman because it makes sense. They're heading into Survivor Series. They're already like dropping hints left and right with Big E and the New Day, Roman and the Usos, for Raw versus SmackDown. The only way I see Brock happening, they do a double switch, aka make the people in Jeddah happy. Brock gets the belt, and then Brock drops it in the mainland somewhere on a via screw, to put it back on Roman. Just that way they could keep the people in Jeddah happy. Yay, Brock got his belt back, and then when they get back to the U.S., Roman gets it again. But for the most part, Roman Reigns over.
I'm seeing Brock over in Saudi Arabia, but something controversial will happen and they restart the match and then Roman over. So it's going to look like Brock wins and make the people over there happy because, they want that big guy, even though they're both big guys. But Brock, he's been around the block for a longer period of time than Roman. So the people recognize him basically a lot more. So I can see them putting him over, but then screwing him at the end by, like, to say, you're going to restart the match, or let's say he walks out on Monday night or whatever or Friday night with the title, and maybe there was some kind of controversial thing that went down, and he has to give it up back to Roman because the like I don't know, let's say the ref gets knocked out and another ref comes out and they say, well, the assigned referee did not make the 3 count. Some kind of hook or crook bullshit is gonna happen. But yep. Roman will still walk away as being your legit champion, though, in the end. And we all agree on that. So now since we
sorry. I'm looking at the comments. Pat, you're out of your goddamn mind.
Absolutely not. Keep him heel.
Pat said Roman turns face. Like
no
way.
What's wrong with him?
Come on.
I'm sorry to say this, Pat. You can take it how it is, but you were so out of touch with professional wrestling. It's not even funny.
Who the hell lit this mark on the comment board?
Hold on. We also back up in WWE anytime soon. So, Pat, unfortunately, you know, you think they're going to turn him face. So this is where they want Vince wants them because the fans don't like Roman Reigns, so they're finally giving the fans what they get. That's what they wanted. He's a heel. He's going to stay a heel.
He's too over as a heel to change him back to a face
This is
right
one of
now.
the few times Roman is actually over. Them trying to make him a face did not work.
No.
Yeah, it's not gonna work.
Roman worked as a face when he had the Shield, okay? Because there was 3 of them, so they made it work. They all worked together great, and that's what some people are missing. Roman Reigns. Let me fix this because it's like cut my hands.
Right now, they have no reason to turn Roman Reigns face because everything with the whole bloodline, the whole mafia-looking T-shirts, it's working for them.
Yes, it is.
It's like going back when they dropped the ball with the Hurt Business. They should never broken them up in the first place. Now they're back together.
Nope.
Great. We love that. That's awesome. Like I said, if they turn him and the Usos babyface, it has to be down the line. It has to be something dramatic. It has to be, you have to bring in a bigger heel group or faction or whatever to turn him or all 3 of them face to make that work. Other than that, no, he is definitely not turning face. So Pat, you can take that idea, put it in your pipe and smoke it. So moving on, we have the SmackDown Women's Championship. Becky Lynch versus Bianca Belair and Sasha Banks in a triple threat match. Gentlemen, your thoughts? Well, you know what? Let's hear from Nina, since she's the only female here. So we'll go with her first.
Pick on the lady. I see how it is.
Hey, you came on. We're gonna put you through the rinse and recycle, rinse, wash, whatever, repeat. I don't know.
Fair enough.
I gotta do laundry anyway later on. So
isn't correct me if I'm wrong, isn't Becky
You're wrong.
really getting moved to Raw or something?
She is on Raw.
She is on Raw.
So Becky is now Raw. Charlotte is now SmackDown, but they don't go official until, I believe,
the 22nd.
22nd.
Which is a day or 2 after Crown Jewel.
So Belair and Sasha, they're still on the SmackDown brand, obviously, right? Or did any of them move
No. So no one's jumped ship. No one has switched hands yet. So wherever.
No. I know that, but during the draft, was Belair and Sasha moved over to Raw during the draft? No. Okay, I can tell you this already. Huh?
Belair's Raw.
Belair's Raw.
Yeah, Belair did get moved over to Raw.
Okay, I can see this happening then. Either Becky or Belair is going to be over, not Sasha. It's going to be Becky or Belair over in this match. Because why? Because the championship has to go over to Raw. But when you stop and think about it, they're going to do the same thing as, who was it? The Street Profits and the New Day trade titles for the brand. So Charlotte would have to give up the Raw title to whoever wins out of there, and whoever wins out of this match will have to get that title up to Charlotte. Correct?
It is. Is that how that's working? Because otherwise, this whole match looks so confusing to me when you also take into consideration the draft goes into effect a day or 2 after.
Well, yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Whoever's one of them 2 will be the champ, and will be on Raw, but they'll have the SmackDown title in their hand. Same thing with Charlotte; she's going to be on SmackDown, but with the Raw Championship. So obviously, just like how New Day and the Street Profits were, how they switched brands, all they did was switch titles. You know, that's what's going to have to happen here. You know,
all they're going to do is literally they're going to walk past each other. They're going to have somebody, here's your title, we swapped, have a good day.
Yeah.
All they're going to do.
Okay.
All it is, they're still the champions, but all it is just the brand. That's all. What brand they're on. So, Dennis, Your pick going in on this? I don't think Nina even gave us a pick, did she?
No, you cut her off.
Ah, damn. Nina, what's your pick? Who's over?
I
know I put you on the spot.
Yes, you did. Sasha Banks really wants back in. It looks like we have more of a thing going for Bianca Belair and Becky Lynch anyways, so I guess my pick would go for either Bianca Belair or Becky Lynch for that match.
I'm gonna have to agree with you on that. Dennis?
I'm gonna go for the totally opposite. I think Sasha's winning.
Sasha.
Here's why. She just came back, right?
Yes.
Magically just came back. She's a TV star right now, okay? I keep saying it, and y'all say it every day. The networks aren't everybody. But, God damn it, Pat, do not bring CJ in here.
No.
I feel bad saying that because shoot.
Well, I think. Let me whisper while I'm talking.
But here's why, though. Here's why.
What do you think's going to happen?
At each other, and it's going to be one of those. Becky, it's going to be a swerve where Sasha is going to get the upper hand out of nowhere. And I think it's going to be a roll-up finish, dude. Honestly, I think it's not going to be an actual.
I'd like to say thank you, Will. Backstabbers Wrestling Podcast supports us. All right, cool. Thank you.
That now because you're going to
awesome.
I'll support you. Message me some links, dude, and we'll
definitely send me or Dennis any of the links you got, and we'll definitely give you plugs as an affiliate.
Yep, we got you. But no. I think I say this? Do I really honestly think that any title might switch hand at this event? No. But if any title does switch hand, it will be this title. You don't have to raise your hand. You can just
well,
jump
it's your
in.
turn to talk, and I don't want to interrupt. I do think it would be kind of funny if they gave the belt to Sasha with the other two going to Raw and Charlotte going with the second title over to SmackDown. I don't know.
Yeah, I can see them unifying it.
And that's my thing. Like I
go back to one woman's champion.
I honestly see Sasha winning because everybody's already counting her out. Everybody's expecting it to be Becky or Belair. No one's talking anything about Sasha Banks winning this belt.
That's the easy choice.
Like I'm going with the one that no one's talking about. And I'm most likely wrong. I'm gonna call it like I see it. Do we have Becky drop the title right now at Crown Jewel? Probably not. It's not the right timing. It's not the right place. Not the right location.
No.
But if you do it, you're not going to give it to Belair. That is the most obvious choice to give the title to.
Right.
You're going to give it to the person that no one really is expecting, and it's the only heel. No offense, as much as Becky wants to be the heel of the company, she's not. Sasha's more of a heel than Becky will ever be.
And the thing, I understand all that, but but we all got to remember though, WWE compared to AEW. AEW listens to the fans. WWE is just going to feed you what they want.
Pat, I got to jump on Pat again. Pat, you can say Sasha can't work, but she can outwork you with one of her hands.
Oh.
With one of her hands. Like, the girl can wrestle, but it's what the producers and the people that are producing their matches are telling them what to do.
He's still talking. I'll get to you.
T, it's your turn. I'm gonna shut up now.
I'm like T, and you're like
I'm gonna become myself. Shut the hell up. I'm gonna shove fruit in my mouth.
This is how I see this. I'm opening this with a wide spectrum. Sasha didn't compete in SummerSlam because she got sick. Belair dropped the title, so that means Belair was supposed to drop to Sasha no matter what. Sasha's winning. Why? Because there's never been a female championship match in Saudi. This is history.
Thank you.
That belt's going to transfer to Sasha because it's the SmackDown title.
Again, I didn't want to give that away.
But also, they already was dropping hints of Charlotte and Belair. Belair's getting that Raw title. And somehow Becky's going to smooch her way. It's going to be like either triple threat or Belair's going to beat Becky clean on a Raw. and then go right into the pay-per-view with Charlotte, blah, 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 for that title. But yeah, Sasha's taking that belt. It all points to Sasha. She was supposed to get that belt at SummerSlam because of the whole whatever happened. So Becky was the loophole. Becky transferred to Sasha. They go into SmackDown, blah, blah, blah. That's them. And then the two other girls go to Raw. That's how I see it.
I believe I agree with you 100%. That's again,
Mikey.
That's my like.
I was gonna say either the obvious Becky or Bianca, but no, I'm starting to think yeah, maybe Sasha Banks, because as I think about it, it doesn't make sense. It did look like they were pushing Bianca, and what I even thought, like, okay, Bianca's now on Raw. She's going to gun for Charlotte Flair, but now Charlotte Flair is on Smack. Somehow, God, this is such a freaking. It seems like a mess almost. Like somehow Bianca, they got to give her the strap at some point.
Yeah, because
But I think
because what you're saying and what T was saying, Mikey, is that they got two reasons for either Sasha or Bianca. One, because Sasha left because of the illness, and Bianca for getting that match screwed over by her at Mania.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like they both have a reason why they should get it and not have Becky walk out with it. So I understand all that.
And don't be surprised, because if my record holds correctly in my head, I could be wrong, but out of the 4 horsewomen, Sasha's the only one that has not had 2 belts at the same time, right?
Yep.
So if you can see her beating, I could see her beating Charlotte at some point, having that 2 belts, then transferring the Raw belt to the Raw side of things,
or if they decide to unify it.
No, they're not going to unify it. You keep saying
I have to say it because I feel it's just
bro. Listen,
I feel it's too many titles. To begin with.
Okay, but you got about 200 plus workers there.
I got
they
that,
each have
but
their own shows.
the
they're not
champion
going to unify them.
No, here's the thing: the champion should be the only one who can jump between shows. The talent will stay on the brand that they are. So the champion can go back and forth between any show they want.
It's not happening. Ever.
All right. Up next, they have the Raw Tag Team Champions, RK Bro, Riddle and Randy Orton, taking on the former champs, AJ Styles and Omos. We're gonna go to Mikey. I want to get all your insight before any of us put our feedback in. We want to hear from you directly, the pro wrestling Saint Bernard analyst, who's better, who will give us better predictions than Pat.
Bro. Here's what I think. I think what's going to happen. I think what's going to happen is the titles don't change hands on that one. Randy and Matt Riddle are going to keep it. Somehow, though, in order to keep it, of course, they're going to have to do the obvious: is somehow keep that big almost distracted somewhere, whether it be outside of the ring, because I mean, every time they have him in the ring, he's the dominant guy. And, you know, after all this is over, it would be nice to see, like, someone more the size of almost, like, kind of like a Titan kind of match, you know, to take on almost. I mean, because otherwise he just wipes the floor with everybody. And after a while, it kind of gets boring. Like, oh, yeah, okay. Can we have somebody give him a match?
As far as Omos goes, oh my god, you know what? I really can't say too much about him because I am not impressed with the guy at all. He's like Herman Munster out. It's like seeing Frankenstein. you know, you got 3 guys who are going to work their ass off out there, and then Omos, he'll get the tag in, and he'll just do some big, heavy-handed stuff, and that's pretty much it. He's just going there. He's going to look like a monster, and
Yeah, and
and if they do go over, it's only going to be because of AJ Styles and his work ethic, or they're going to make Omos look like a fucking monster, and like maybe a 1 shot here, 2 shot here, whatever it is, and it's going to look like, and if he's going to pin anyone, it's going to be Riddle, because I don't think Orton will, you know, he's going to logistically, Orton's going to be like, you know, I'm the vet, I can work, you can't, why the hell am I going to lay down to you?
right, exactly.
So if AJ and Omos goes over, it's going to be one of them pinning Riddle. But I definitely can see RK Bro walking out. Nina, what is your insight?
If I remember correctly, is RK Bro still having issues with whether or not we're friends or we don't like each other?
No, not at
We're
all.
good. We're good.
friends.
Okay, we're friends. All right.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, they clearly won at least once against these guys at SummerSlam. So I would like to think that they could probably pull it off a second time, especially since, you know, they kind of took away a little bit of Omos's, you know, I'm big scary man with the fact that they beat them at SummerSlam. So that's sort of the point of view I'm coming from with it. Geez, I'm not really sure. I guess maybe I'll give it to RK Bro. They're gonna somehow manage to squeeze out another win, I guess.
Okay. Dennis, short and sweet, because we know you like to talk.
I'm going with AJ and Omo, whatever his tag team partner is, for this Arcade Bro thing. I like them, but
Oh, I don't. I don't.
I just think they gotta give you the Randy.
Yeah, I don't like it either.
They gotta give us the feud. Like, I want to see these two face each other finally, and this is that one time that is gonna have to happen. Like, here's your perfect opportunity for this match to get set up.
I was going to say AJ Styles and Omos if RK Bro were still having issues with each other, because I could see if they were having issues, this is one of the shows that just, yep, there goes RK Bro. We're gone. We lost the titles because you're incompetent, you know.
T.
I really don't care about the match, but I say RK Bro wins. And AJ almost split up.
Probably
Okay,
not.
I can see that.
If they split up, I would be like, thank God.
I can't see it happening here. They're both going to Raw. Maybe split up on the Raw brand when they get there. Maybe some bullshit happens during this match, and then maybe you know how like the smaller guy has that Napoleon complex. Maybe AJ on Raw will start telling Omos off, and maybe start smacking him around. I'm in charge, blah blah blah. And as the big giant he is, he gets tired of taking his shit and decides to grip him up. Hence, like how Andre the Giant and Bobby Heenan back in the day. So I can see that happen actually. So all right, moving along to the WWE Raw Championship. Your champion, Big E, and the man who gets another title shot, but not against Bobby Lashley because he's not the champ no more. Drew McIntyre. You look like you're ready to jump in.
Nah, but Big E's winning. Big E's winning because Drew's going to SmackDown. Pointless match. Big E over.
Yeah, pointless match because it's going to be a friendly spell, but yeah, Big E's going over, and Drew's going to go to the SmackDown and start as he said, he wants to start gunning for Roman Reigns, and that's where that storyline's going to begin.
True. I'm gonna have to agree. Biggie over. They're not, like I said. He just got the title, and I don't see them taking it from him. No time soon. But I still say it's not going to be a very long reign. But it's not going to happen no time soon that he drops it at all. Dennis or Nina?
I love McIntyre. Him going to SmackDown is the reason why I had initially put my bet on Becky and Bianca Belair for the women's tag team match. McIntyre going to SmackDown, I don't see them taking the title and moving that to SmackDown too. Keep it with Big E. Big E gets the win.
Yeah, it's Big E. I'm not even gonna give a reasoning why I'm going with Big E on this one.
It's an obvious choice. We ain't none of us can argue it. All right.
Nope.
One match that up next that I personally feel that might be a debacle, but only one man can probably save the match. I'm going to say Bobby Lashley is going to save this match as he's taking on Goldberg in a no-hold-barred match. I'm like, don't get me wrong. It's great to see Goldberg, big guy out there, practically the same size as Lashley. They had an eye match the last time they met, but like I said, I'm gonna say it's more Lashley than anything that held the match together. It's pretty much going to be the same thing here, but with it being a no holds barred match, it's going to go outside the ring. It's going to be nothing but big blows to each other. It's all going to be nothing but all power moves. We all know that. Guys getting thrown in the ring steps, maybe using chairs or whatnot. It's basically like, yeah, it's going to be a Scrapple Boy match. Does anybody agree or disagree?
I agree with you, Gio, that yeah, Lashley's gonna save this match. I like Goldberg, but like, when do you stop, dude? I mean, he's just getting like way too old.
Pat called it it's a Saudi Arabia street fight.
It's a street fight, yeah.
Just like anywhere you go in the wrestling world, whatever kind of no holds barred street fight type of thing it is, it's insert name of town or country or place wherever you're at. Dennis, Nina, agree or disagree?
All right. Well, Lashley already beat Goldberg at SummerSlam, so I feel like the logical choice is to go with Goldberg, especially since it's a no DQ. That more benefits Goldberg than it does Bobby Lashley, theoretically speaking. However, considering Bobby Lashley was...
Well, hold up. I gotta stop you there. It was just funny the way the accent came out. However, please continue. I just had a chuckle there real quick.
That's fine. Considering the fact that Bobby Lashley was the one who put up the stipulation and not Goldberg, I think he's gonna pull something out of his pocket to get the win. Because everything makes it sound like it should go in Goldberg's favor. Bobby Lashley's got something planned, so I'm going to go with Bobby Lashley.
And
Dennis,
it's going to be Hooker
just to let you know,
Dan.
you and Nina look great from Papa Reaper.
I look like hell as shit. Like I woke up, it looked like I took my head and put it out the train and said, "Wee." I'm going with Goldberg.
Yeah, you know what? Honestly, like I said,
Only because
Lashley's gonna carry the match. Goldberg's over because
of the whole situation. I think it's not gonna help him win.
Well, there's no title up for stake.
Exactly.
They're not gonna put a title on Goldberg.
But
there's no title, so put him over.
Goldberg's not gonna win because of him. He's gonna win because of his son.
Yes.
So
yes.
It's not gonna take anything away from Bobby Lashley. Like the Hurt Business, everybody in that group is going to try to help Bobby Lashley. The Hurt Business,
exactly.
Yeah.
And here's the thing. Here's the thing that's funny. If Goldberg's son is, we don't know, but if his son is learning the business, from afar that we don't know about, and Hurt Business gets involved, maybe his son has some high flying tricks up his sleeve to, counter like some strikes or whatever, this or that. We don't know. So
I can see that happening though.
time will tell. Next match they have on, which I'm actually looking really forward to this one here. We've seen a hell of a match when they competed before, Seth Rollins versus Edge, and Edge came out with the whole Brood entrance and stuff. That match was by far probably maybe the best match of the night then. Will it become the best match of the night
Yes.
here? Because it's being held in Hell in the Cell.
Well, have they
Anything could
confirmed this match yet or not?
Yeah. Because
Yeah.
they
Well,
did confirm it, because as of yesterday when we were looking into it, it didn't look
They
right.
haven't. All it is that
they
Seth hasn't accepted.
thing is, they have it confirmed on WWE website.
Then
That's
when
where
they
I got the match. I got the match list from their actual website there, and it's already confirmed Edge versus Seth Rollins Hell in the Cell. So if they didn't confirm it on TV, but it's on their website, someone jumped the gun and put it out there.
That should be the match that tears down the roof, that tears down the house.
I'm a little bit we got a first time viewer. I believe. Okay, I'm trying to recognize that. I believe this is my boy Scott from my area. I have to go back and look at my friends list, but I believe that's him tuning in. First time viewer, and well, welcome, and we hope to see you again here. Maybe you can it is Scott. Yes, sir. Hi, hey, brother. And if you have any comments or questions you would like to ask us about what's going on, in right now we're talking about WWE Crown Jewel that's coming up. We went through the list of topics right now of matches. We're right now on the Edge and Seth Rollins in Hell in the Cell. So if you have any like I said, comments or questions, shoot them in the chat room, and hopefully we can answer anything that pops up. But yeah, I'm actually looking forward. I'm actually stuck in the middle of who I can see going over. Fan favorite as a babyface in this, everyone's gonna want Edge. Seth Rollins, we know history being the architect and whatnot. Anything could happen. And on top of that, it's in Hell in the Cell. So we don't.
Right. So anything can happen.
Exactly. We don't know. Is someone gonna pull Mick Foley and go off the top of the cage? Like I don't know. Or is something gonna happen where, as far as someone gonna get hanged by the cage and the cage be raised, just like what happened to Big Boss Man? We don't know. Stupid stuff has happened. Well, I'm not gonna say it's stupid, but
stupid,
crazy.
Yeah, crazy stuff has happened. Yeah,
stupid.
So
He's like stupid.
He's already saying stupid. How do you see this going in with your you top flight analysts?
It's plain and simple. It's plain and simple. It's called Seth won at SummerSlam. Edge is winning Hell in a Cell.
Wait, Edge won at SummerSlam.
I could have sworn
Edge won that, right? When they met, yeah, it was Edge and
Edge won.
Which was the match that he took him to the hospital?
That was a totally different match. That's not the one where he came out with the Brood entrance.
Either way, Edge is winning.
Yeah, okay.
Edge is winning. My man went to the dude's house. Edge is winning.
Yeah.
Anytime a vignette goes into somebody's house, the person that owns that house, unless it was Steve Austin when he went to Pillman's house, normally the person that owns the house wins.
Wasn't it Pillman who went to Steve's house?
No, Steve went to Pillman's house.
Remember,
because Steve said, "Get the gun." He was in the house. Yeah, it was Pillman. That was the only time that
my memory's a little foggy there. But T's picking Edge.
Edge won at SummerSlam.
See, Edge. Mikey, Edge or
I
Seth?
I'm gonna go with Edge.
Edge.
I
Nina
agree
and
with
T?
T because it's his house. So yeah.
Nina's thinking too hard. Dennis, you like to talk.
I'm trying to. I'm some things before I pick this match.
All right, I'll let you two think real quick. I'm gonna have, like I said, I'm right down the middle. I can't really pick myself. I really do want to say Edge. Edge been in these type well, Seth been in these type of matches too as well. And top of that, for it being over in Saudi Arabia, the only way I can see Edge going over is that if this night ends up being babyface night in Saudi Arabia, like all baby faces go over either by pin, disqualification, or count out, whichever the outcome comes, it's just will it be a baby face night though? That's what I'm wondering.
No, because if Roman Reigns is going over, there's no way there's gonna be a baby safe night.
My man Shiro Kuma Scott, my buddy, he's saying he agrees with you guys saying Edge. And some dumbass just said Mark Lindsay's not going over. He's not going over. All right. He's not on the show. He's not on the Crown Jewels. He was on Breakfast and Body Slams, the one edition, talking with us, but he's not on the show, Pat. Aye. Pat keeps throwing names up in the chat room of other people who that's not on the Crown Jewel. I know he's just tagging people.
Hold on. I'm also keeping track on who's picking what matches and winners. I'm getting a little. I lost track of everybody. So,
majority of everyone's saying Edge right now.
I haven't put in 2 cents.
Okay, because I'm going with Rollins. I'm not going with Edge.
Yeah, me honestly, I just can't pick. I'm having a hard time with this one.
Edge, or you going with Rollins?
Who, T or he's going with Edge.
I'm going with Edge.
Mikey's going with Edge as well, and Nina just said she's going with Edge.
No, Nina hasn't picked.
Oh, she hasn't picked. Oh, okay.
You skipped over me.
Yeah, I can't decide myself there. So yeah, it is what it is.
You have to look at it. They're going over there, and Edge is more established star. You know what I mean? With the TLC matches and things of that nature. So it's their booking.
All right.
Yeah, I'd say Rollins still over.
I'm gonna go slightly fangirl mode here. I would love to see Edge go over, but considering he also just won at SummerSlam and they're still in a feud, it makes more sense to give Rollins the win to try to keep continuing the storyline. Either way, it's gonna be stupid close. Because we've seen how those two work. They're gonna keep it going back and forth right up until the last second of the match. So there's no really obvious factor here. I'm gonna agree with Dennis though, and I'm gonna give my vote to Rollins for the sake of keeping it going.
I'm gonna try something here, but as you've seen, WWE is doing their King of the Ring as well as the Queen's Crown event coming up. We just seen some of the first round matches last night with let's start with the King of Ring matches. We had Rey Mysterio taking on Sami Zayn with Zayn advancing because some screwed up stuff that happened between Rey and his son. Gentlemen, anybody?
Yeah, it looks like Dominic is slowly starting to turn heel. It's obvious he's going to turn at some point. I mean, the accidental, with this whole turnbuckle thing. Come on, we know. We know we could see that one coming a mile away. We've seen this before.
Yeah, as you see, I put
There we go. There's the tournament.
the brackets
Tournament
up
is up on
right
the
there.
screen.
Yeah, so everyone can check that out. Yeah, and then Finn Balor versus Cesaro. I actually missed this match because I had to step out and do something. Gentlemen, I'm sure this match was a barn burner. Did you guys? I'm sure you guys watched it. Can you give me your insights on it?
Cesaro was kind of dominant through the match until the end, and then Balor got the upper hand, and reversal gets Cesaro in the position, hits the coup de grace, and takes it home.
Okay. Was that your pick?
I was hoping for Finn Balor. I love Finn Balor. I love his entrance too. The whole every time the whole when he raises the hands every
Well,
time I'm doing it.
Okay.
I have to admit I will
So
mark out when it
I was
comes
gonna
to
say, so
Balor.
you're marking out over the entrance for him to go over. All right, well, whatever. I was actually hoping Cesaro
And
would,
his work.
went over. I was hoping Cesaro would go over so we can just see another Cesaro Zayn match because I really enjoy watching them two work each other. Now on the other side of bracket we have Kofi Kingston and Jinder Mahal taking on each other, as well as Xavier Woods and Ricochet. Just to let everyone know, the finals of the King of the Ring, as well as the Queen's Crown, the final matches will be taking place in Saudi Arabia. So you will see the winner of each tournament crowned king or queen. T, who do you see advancing? Okay, instead of seeing who advanced in the next round, who is your final two picks out of this list here for in the men's bracket for King of the Ring for Saudi Arabia? Who's your two picks? T.
Well, I'm gonna quick rundown. Like the Rey Mysterio Zayn match was really good. Balor and Cesaro put on a cool little match. I wish they had more time. But I know Balor has to be one of the finalists because I don't see Zayn going over on Balor. On the other side of the bracket, I have a feeling it's going to be New Day versus New Day for the final spot. And Xavier Woods been preaching about King of the Ring for like 2 years now, so he's going to the finals. So it's going to be Finn Balor and Xavier Woods. And basically, the whole gimmick is turn the prince into the king and Xavier's long lost hunt for King of the Ring. That's the gimmick for the final match.
Me personally, I can see Finn going to the finals only because I think they're going to continue something going on with Sami Zayn and Mysterio's son with Mysterio. I think something's going to happen there.
Right.
So I can see Finn on his side of the bracket going to the finals. Now on the opposite side, it's a toss up. If they end up putting Jinder, it might be in favor to Jinder because being from overseas over there. It could be either one of the New Days, but like it'll be great to see them to compete each other in the semifinal. But I think it's going to be Finn versus either Jinder or Ricochet.
Yep.
In the main event for Saudi Arabia. Dennis, Nita, your final two guys.
I'm jumping on the Finn Balor bandwagon, to be completely honest with you, and my main determining factor for it is on account of the fact that I know Sami Zayn typically ducks out of Crown Jewel. I had to think of the name of the pay-per-view. He usually ducks out of Crown Jewel events for, obvious reasons, which I don't blame him for. But I think for that main reason, Finn's going over on that end, and
I'm sorry, Nina. I have to say kudos to you. You brought that up. I did not even take that in consideration. So yeah, you're smart to bring that up. Thank you very much.
On the other side of the bracket, I have a slight little bit of a conundrum over here, because while I would love to see New Day versus New Day and see Xavier Woods go on to compete for the King of the Ring tournament, since he's, really pushing that this is a thing that he wants, Kofi Kingston, I don't really know if it's so much, a driving force for him very much. I don't know if they've really had a
He
lot
doesn't
of
need it. Honestly, Kofi does not really need it.
Yeah, no. And one of the biggest reasons why I would see Jinder Mahal going over is because of Crown Jewel's location being overseas. There's appeal there for the local guy, for lack of better words. So my picks for the other side of the bracket, as much as I'd like to see Xavier Woods over there, it's either him or it's Jinder Mahal going up against Finn Balor.
I got you. Dennis?
Well, definitely not going to be anybody from New Day. Just gonna say it right off the bat. That just doesn't work for me over there. It's gonna be Finn versus Ricochet.
All right. Yeah, like I said,
it's gonna be Ricochet versus Jinder Mahal in the finals for the men, though.
Yeah. It like
Or
either way, we all pick Finn, but like I said, the toss up pretty much gonna be Ricochet or Jinder on the opposite side, though. But everyone hand down says Finn's gonna be in the finals.
Yep.
Yes, I agree.
I'm just going to keep my stuff real short and sweet now.
All right, and moving along to the other side, if we can get it, there we go. The Queen's Crown tournament. Toni Storm and Zelina Vega last night. I was actually thinking Toni Storm was gonna go over in this because
she was dominant.
Well, no, the thing is because you know how Zelina, she jumps on social media, runs her mouth a little bit. But, stuff got her in hot water, especially with the whole was it the Twitch stuff, I believe. Not trying to give that up. And I can actually see Carmella advancing in the tournament only because I think she's a Vince girl. She's one of those ones who probably kisses ass or whatever. I can actually see it because I'm really not impressed with her work. Yeah, I understand she's a pretty face and this and that, but I don't know. I think she plays backstage politics to advance her career. Then on the opposite side, we got Doudrop versus Natalya, Dana Brooke versus Shayna Baszler. As far as this goes, I read somewhere that Natalya is supposed to be facing a returning the GM. Oh my God, I see her face, but I got a brain fart.
Sonya Deville.
Yes, Sonya Deville. I'm sorry. Yes.
No, Naomi's supposed to be facing Sonya Deville.
Oh, they canceled that?
Yep.
Okay. All right. Yeah, because I read that up. So going forth, who is everybody's picks to see in the finals for the Queen's Crown at Crown Jewel in Saudi Arabia? Let's go to, since this is the Queen's Crown, let's go to Nina.
All right, right out the gate. This is exclusively because I'm a fangirl. Zelina Vega goes on to the finals. Again, I'm a fangirl. She my pick. As far as the other side over here, didn't Shayna just beat the ever-living daylights out of Dana Brooke recently?
Yeah, and then, you're ringing out. The commentators were making fun of her for not doing anything in her career.
Yeah, they buried the crap out of her.
In my opinion, Dana Brooke's actually winning this match.
That would actually be really nice to see. That's a really good point.
That was so wrong of them when they did that. Just
it's I love the way they work on their show. I do. But you don't bury someone's fucking career. Part of my French, Pat, I don't really care. Just don't bury their career. You got to build these performers up. You bury their career, people aren't going to care about this performer.
When Corey went into, I'm like, oh my God. This is happening live TV. Wow.
Yeah.
It was a disrespect to the females, to the women wrestling, to everything. I'm going to say it this way. Women wrestlers have it way harder than male wrestlers in professional wrestling, as it is. The
Fact.
last thing you need is to have a commentator disrespect you and degrade your career because that's what Vince McMahon's saying in your ear. Vince, fuck you.
All right. And
I couldn't
Let me
have said
see.
it better.
Also,
Mike-
with those matches combined for the other left side of the bracket here, I think the numbers were what in total with both matches combined. That was about 4 minutes of airtime for those matches.
Yeah.
yeah,
4 minutes.
That's
Are
ridiculous.
you joking me?
yeah, that's like a total like slap in the face to this tournament in general.
Yeah. So
Yes, it is.
Looking like an absolute joke over here.
All right. Well, I'm looking at. I have a very hard pick for this one. I can see the final four already. Well, you already got Vega and Carmella there. I can see the final four being, me personally, being Shayna and Doudrop in there. But as far as going as the finals, I would love to pick either Zelina Vega or Shayna Baszler. But with creative, the way creative is, I'm thinking they're gonna push Carmella for all off the one side, and I'm gonna say they're gonna probably push Doudrop. Honestly, I just have a strong feeling it's gonna be Carmella and Doudrop, and just how like Eva Marie was, trying to be all the pretty one in the match, and maybe and try to talk trash on Doudrop. I think that's gonna be like Carmella saying, "Look, I'm so fine. I'm this. I'm that. Blah blah blah," and it's gonna be like it's almost gonna be like an underdog story type for Doudrop in this tournament. And if they put her over, it's gonna be like, okay, but she can work for people don't realize, when she's on the NXT UK brand, the girl can actually go. So for them to take her and put the crown on her, it will be I'm gonna say a huge step in the right direction, because I can see Queen Doudrop and someone, I can see them rekindling a feud between her and Eva Marie, where Eva thinks, "Oh, you're not worthy enough to have that crown. That should be me in the tournament."
I can see that happening.
I can see it being rekindled. Doudrop as the queen, and Eva trying to take it off for her or whatever.
I think it's either going to be Carmella. It's going to be Carmella versus either Doudrop or Shayna. One of those two.
I would love to see Shayna. I'm a huge Shayna fan, but like I said, with the way creative thinks and this and that, I could see Carmella and Doudrop in the finals.
Alternate idea, just kind of stealing the attention back for a second here, because to me it looks like they're setting up a possible feud between Shayna and Doudrop.
Hey, Dennis, are you
It does.
are you booking a show stealer here right now?
What, for the crown jewel?
No, her. No, I mean Nina. She's like, I hate to steal the attention. So she's show. She's still in the show.
I don't. Man, now I'm on the fence again, because Shayna Baszler, Queen of Spades, makes sense for the whole Queen's Crown.
Yes.
Crown, obvious.
Yeah.
Then setting up a possible feud between Doudrop and Shayna. Well, what if they send Doudrop to the finals, and then that kicks off the feud because Shayna's like, no way, I'm the queen. There can't be two queens. Not enough space for two of us. Yeah. So I don't know. I guess that's my 2 cents to put in there. I had about 5 different thoughts going through my head at the same time.
Mikey Ortiz.
Yeah. I mean, as far as Carmella and Zelina, I definitely see Carmella going over. So because I agree, like you said, she's the backstage politics. It's just kind of like a given almost. But as far as the other side of the bracket, it's either going to be Shayna or Dewdrop. It's hard to decide who. It really is. I mean, because as Nina pointed out, they could do Shayna winning and becoming the Spade Queen, or Dewdrop, as you said, which is in typical WWE fashion to do a whole storyline with that, with her being the queen and starting to fight with Eva. I could see all that happening. So that's why I'm on the fence on who winds up in the final on that bracket.
T.
All right, I see this multiple ways, and I'm not going to decide who are the exclusive final two in my book until the day of the pay-per-view. But I'm going to run down it real quick. First and foremost, I was sad that Liv didn't go over on Carmella because I thought they were pushing her, whatever. I agree with you guys. I see Carmella versus Dewdrop with everything in the finals, but with all the other things that have been happening on the Raw side of things, I could see Dewdrop and Shayna cost each other their title, their matches, to have Dana and Natalya go over. In a perfect world, because the first time this was like on a pay-per-view, besides like on MSG and things of that nature, Bret Hart was the first King of the Ring on a pay-per-view.
Mm-hmm.
On a perfect world, I could see Natalya being the first queen of the ring.
You know what? I did not even think about that, and that is some brilliant thought process you put into that. Like I said, I would have been all the way out in left field right now on that thought.
In a perfect world, I could see Natalya and Zelina Vega at the end, because Zelina has the better skill set than Carmella. And that whole backstage politic. If that was the case, why did she get hired again? You know what I mean? So in a perfect world, I could see Natalya and Zelina in the finals. In a storyline way that you guys were saying, I could see Carmella and Dewdrop, and I could also see Queen Shayna Baszler. So it's three possible scenarios in my head.
Ooh, you got some props there. Pat just said T is on point. And that's why I brought the man in.
You have to remember, Bret won this tournament twice. He's the only person that has two King of the Rings.
Really? I did not even realize that.
He won two King of the Rings.
I remember the first
Owen
one.
has one. He won two. He won back to back.
I'm gonna have to go back and look and check this out, because I do not remember that. Honestly, I swear to God.
I remember the first one that he won, but I don't remember.
Yeah, because it was the first big televised one, and then I think he defended the crown and won again, and that's when they start going to other people. But he won that tournament twice, and when he won it the first time, they actually wrestled 3 times in one night.
So your pick, I'm gonna say,
like I said, I really don't have a pick. I just drew out, what my creativity sees.
Gotcha. Well, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in to this edition of.
Oh wait, yeah, forgot.
Oh, what am I forgetting?
You forgot. I was on assignment.
Oh, you were on assignment.
I was on assignment.
Yeah. So what is this assignment there, T?
Well, Thursday I wasn't feeling too well, but I took a nap and woke up, and I woke up right in time for MLW show special they had on Vice, which was a 1-hour wrestling program, and it had 2 matches. The first match was 2 guys I can't remember the name, Myron Reed and Yoshihiro Tajiri, for the middleweight championship, and then they had the heavyweight championship, basically the biggest fight in their company history between Alex Hammerstone and Jacob Fatu to unify the titles together.
I like Jacob Fatu.
And that was a good match. Hammerstone was wrestling with a bad foot.
I think I seen someone mention online for MLW. I think it was Alex Shelley versus Tony Deppen.
I'm not sure if that happened on that card. They only showed 2 matches.
Well, yeah, I seen something in the chat room last night. Somebody mentioned that particular match. I'm not sure if it was that card or what.
But this man's foot was messed up from the get-go and had to rest. He can't even do his finisher.
So before you interrupted me, I was thanking everyone.
Damn.
But I was gonna say we're gonna lead into a little bit of freestyle discussion, which you jumped the gun already into freestyle discussion.
Well, you sound like you was gonna close the show. I want to
Well,
let
no,
you
I
know
wasn't closing.
was on
I wasn't closing it right away.
I was
jumping
on
into-
my P's and Q's.
Okay. All right. So you heard some insight there from T about MLW. Does anybody else have any particular news going on in the world of professional wrestling? It doesn't have to pertain to what show we watch, just stuff in the news in general. Did anyone get locked up? Anyone get arrested for drunk driving? Someone jumping ship? Someone get the release? Anything going on that we should know about? Because nothing as far as the big shows going on, what we see on TV, basically. So I'm guessing basically no one has gotten in trouble lately.
Exclusively someone got in trouble kind of deal, or
no, I'm just asking in general because it happens quite often where people get fired for opening their mouths. Like I said, people, I don't know, like I said, they get let go because they didn't agree with creative guys. Just in general, I haven't heard anything lately of this week.
The only thing that I found out was before Cole signed with AEW, they were asking about his woman Britt, how's her contract situation, because they want to bring her into WWE.
Oh, you know what? Something did cross my mind. Dennis, I'm sure you saw this. Everyone's talking about Mark Henry in his comments with Bully Ray.
Oh, yeah, the abusing of wrestlers and things of that nature.
Yeah, for a guy who was picked on in the WWE locker room, he's actually like kind of like supporting the bullies. Like, it's like it's like if you're not tough enough to deal with this kind of stuff, you should like get out of business type of thing. I'm like, it like for me, it doesn't sound like something he would say, because history of seeing him on TV and the way he does these charities and this and that, and then to come out trying to defend bullying, it doesn't make sense.
I hate
no, it doesn't.
It kind of depends on who exactly you're talking to, because I was just not just watching, but the Dark Side episode about the plane flight from hell, for instance. Those opinions from the wrestlers and some of the comments they were making, the ones that showed up, and I know the ones that really stood out in my head because it seemed wonky that he would have just been like, just kind of letting it slide. A lot of Tommy Dreamer's comments were a lot more like a little bit dismissive of what was going on, and it was a rib. If you're not in, you don't get the joke, whatever. So I'm not exactly surprised to be hearing that. Maybe the sheer fact that it's Mark Henry, that part is a little bit but on professional wrestling industry, that's kind of what you're going to get. I feel like
what people don't realize, especially some of the guys in the business, there's a huge difference between ribbing and bullying. Okay, if everyone's involved and it's a ha-ha thing between the person getting ribbed or whatever, and they rib you back, okay, that's one thing. But if you're doing it intentionally to somebody and they don't like it, oh man, I'm just messing with him, man. I'm just ribbing him, but he keeps telling you to stop it. He don't like it, leave him alone, but you're still doing it. You're bullying him. So there's a huge difference. I don't know if any of the schools are teaching that nowadays to their students or whatever, but they should, hey, look, it's all right to be, ha, especially when you're close buddies with somebody. But if you're not that tight with someone and it makes the other person feel uncomfortable, and if you're the only one getting a laugh out of it and your buddies are too, but you're making this guy or gal feel like shit, knock the hell off, because someone's gonna come back and do the same to you, and you ain't gonna like it as much.
Right, exactly.
So
Unfortunately, welcome to pro wrestling, I guess. Because again, that Dark Side of the Ring episode had me reeling with Tommy Dreamer being very dismissive about some of the things that were brought up in that documentary. And that blew my mind. So I get what you're saying. I'm just also saying, unfortunately, that's the reality of the situation.
You know, I'm happy with the way wrestling is now than what it was back in the day with exactly that, the bullying and stuff like that. Because there's some performers that probably got to their head and they quit and things of that nature, and you never realize their full potential because of idiots in the locker room. You know, so I think in a good way, wrestling's now better off than it was back in the day, because you know a lot more people could attempt to do this craft without repercussions of assholes like that back in the day.
It's hardcore got a long way to go, though.
Well, and you got to realize, how what you were just saying. People don't realize there was probably people in the business here who got bullied in school, and pro wrestling is their outlet, and for them to be a part of this world, it's like a fantasy world. It's like being part of League of Legends or something like that. You get to live out your character in real life and in front of and you get to entertain. It's like, okay, you're playing. Yeah,
it's your escape from normal reality, and that normal reality for that person is not all that great because of what's happening.
Now for people don't understand what I'm saying is what I'm saying personally. What I'm saying, it's like how if someone likes to play video games and you want to show off your skills and stuff, you're on YouTube and there's people watching you play video games on YouTube. That's what pro wrestling is. You like pro wrestling, you like your character and your friends' characters, and you are that video game in live action, and people are the paid viewers who come. It's not on YouTube. Well, it could be on YouTube, but people are coming there to watch you play your game of pro wrestling, but live action. So,
right.
But with that being said, I have some news. I do have some news. Me and Dennis, as he's looking at his phone, we were in production talking. We were talking meeting. We were going over the schedules of upcoming shows and stuff like that. And we have something that might make a certain producer, Patrick Bernard, very happy. We have a open spot for October 21st of our Thursday Night Slam edition. So Pat has been pitching to us to have a certain individual on the show. We're not going to announce the person at this moment. We want to make sure it's confirmed that they can make it on that day and time. We had a cancellation, so luckily we had this opening because we're pretty much like our schedule between me and Dennis booking guests is like really it's hard to get anybody.
We'll say it this way: we're booking out to December.
Yeah, and now for us switching from weekly, that's 4 shows a month, to bi-weekly. Now it's only 2 shows a month. It's going to be a lot tighter to get guests on the show. So Pat, if you get in contact with your said person that you refer to us, please let them know that October 21st at 9:05 we will be going live, and if they want that spot to get back to us and or you and we can make that work. That'll be like in 2 weeks, because next week we have Brittany on the 14th. We have the 21st is that open spot, and and as well the 28th. Yeah, the 28th we have the Queen of the Death matches, Rebecca Payne on, and following that we'll be going bi-weekly then. So yeah, get back to us. Pat right now he should be foaming at the mouth. He's not commenting, so he can't type and text because his hands are busy at the moment. So we just made his day. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in to this the final Saturday episode of our monthly show of Breakfast and Body Slam. Like I said, starting November 7th, we'll be on Sundays at 11 a.m. every week talking about the world of professional wrestling. And on Thursdays, bi-weekly, starting November 4th, same time, 9:05, but it'll be bi-weekly. And don't forget about our pop-up podcast, pop-up pipe bombs, anytime, anywhere, with anyone, which we will most likely have a pop-up show coming up this month at, I believe, the 23rd at ACPW, I believe. Is that correct? Yes. I believe.
So here's the deal with that. Here's the deal. I'm gonna lay it out in the line. Usually I would be at the venue by like 9 o'clock in the morning, right? Not gonna happen for this show. My daughter, it's her Halloween racing that weekend in
Halloween racing.
So it's a 2-day event, so I gotta be there first, and then I'm gonna leave to get the media to get up for our podcast and the wrestle. And then I'm going to leave because the next day I will be in Baltimore.
Okay. So you are not going to have your equipment then?
No. I'll probably have my equipment to do the podcast. So
I have a general idea. Does your headset with the mic to it?
I'm buying an interface. So.
No, but what I'm asking is, would that fit on your phone to work, the plug-in?
No, these are no.
No, because I was gonna say, if we just get headset like that, we can use two cameras as far as our phones, my phone and your phone.
No,
and we just plug right in, and we have two separate screens.
No, I'm buying an interface to where it links into my laptop. And both headsets will be plugged in right into that. So
okay, I so you'll bring your equipment, and I'll bring my tablet, and what I'll do is same as usual, I'll run the show off my board, and we'll link up to your laptop.
Yep.
So, hey, Pat's giving us a plug. Hey, great show as well. Hey, thank you, Pat. Thank you. All right. Woohoo. Hey, don't forget to check out Pat tomorrow on the Gobbler Inc. at 9 a.m. and the Combat Misfits as well, right after them at 10 a.m. And check out the rest of the Devereaux Sports podcast team. Mondays, the Sullivan Squad. Tuesdays, the Old Head. Combat Misfits back again on Wednesday. Thursday night will be us with Brittany as our guest. The Scrabble Boys usually on Saturdays, but they're on hiatus. And check out all our podcast affiliates: Tornado Tag Podcast, the 2300 Wrestling Podcast, Conversación de Lucha Libre, all the way from Puerto Rico.
Yes.
All three can be found on Google, on all sort of podcast platforms. And we want to say welcome to well, we have to do it now today. I guess a new podcast affiliate. I want to say that we got. They said they support us.
Yeah.
So we're gonna give a shout out back to them for support, and that's Backstabbers Wrestling Podcast.
Backstabbers Wrestling Podcast.
Yeah. So I'm gonna have to actually look into them right now, get their information. Put them down on my notes, and we go from there. Hey, the more affiliates we make in this podcast world of professional wrestling, the better. We can give shout outs to them. They give shout outs to us. We plug each other. We help each other's shows, and it's a great community to be a part of. So with that being said, thank you everyone for jumping on this early morning. Like I said, we don't have to drive to a damn studio to do this for our Breakfast and Body Slams. We don't need a goddamn blue check mark either. So come November 7th, our shows, Dennis, are
I'm
you looking
listening.
at? Oh, no, I know you're listening. Hold on. Hold on. Let me get you on. Let me make you more full size so I can look at you. For everyone else, I'm looking into your eyes. We will need to become more PG for Breakfast and Body Slams. But for our Thursday nights and our pop-up, it's our call. But Breakfast and Body Slams, we're gonna try to run more PG so we can avoid any more let's say YouTube scares or anything like that. So we're gonna try to tone it down, people. Our YouTube page kind of got shut down for no apparent reason. I appealed it. They looked into it, and everything was back up and running. I'm in the process of logging all our footage, all our videos, all our audio stuff. I got a 2 terabyte flash drive I just got in. I started last night moving stuff over to there. I'm going to be downloading the rest of the videos. So in case anything like this ever happens again, we can move to another platform and we'll have all our footage still on hand for us. So we have our archives at least. So with that being said, for Tony Reyes,
Peace.
Mikey the Saint Bernard, the Better Bernard, Dennis Reaper, and Nina, the one who wears the pants in the family, who makes all the decisions.
Oh man.
Sorry, Dennis. I'm Chio Frost. You're watching the Body Slams podcast. This is Breakfast and Body Slams, and we will definitely see yous at the matches. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in. Have a great weekend.
Peace out.
Peace out. Just waiting in for Dan.
Deuces.
Yeah, deuces. Over and over again.